Hey, hi everyone. This is Sarfaz Khan, and I'm from NHT Global Director. And today I'm creating a presentation in regards to Triotein. It's called the mother of antioxidants, right? Now, before I get started with my presentation, I would like people to know why being healthy should be a part of your overall, lifestyle. Living a healthy lifestyle can help you prevent from chronic diseases on your long term, and you can prevent yourself from long term illnesses. So the thing is, feeling good about yourself, taking care of your health are important for your self-esteem and self-image. So maintain a healthy lifestyle and you can really do good for yourself. So today the disclaimer is I'm not a doctor. I'm just in wellness industry and I'm going to be talking about my own personal, kind of testimonials, what I feel about my product and what is it doing to me. And this is something where we're not going to talk about that we cure or we prevent you from any illnesses. But what we're going to purely talk about today is on base out of a product which is the mother of antioxidant and which is really making a lot of great healthy proposition for human health. So the thing is to know about triotein. I've created certain ideas, so let's get started with it. So our human cells are daily affected, and as our thoughts and our thoughts, they damage our immune system. Like for instance, our life is biologically, psychologically, our cells, everything get daily affected by our thoughts. So today, if you talk about thoughts, like if a lady today she loses a husband and she's the only, she has no one to earn her bread for her home, to feed her children and for herself and to survive. So this lady is going to live on a high stress immunity. So when a person lives in hopelessness, they have a risk of higher chances of heart attack, and your joyful life is completely destroyed, and you may go into a major disaster of life. So there are a lot of people living today in this crisis and today uncertainty, where everything is changing in quick time, and we do not know where are we heading. So the thing is to keep ourselves moving and to survive, we have to take control over our stress. Otherwise, what are we doing? We're ultimately getting ourselves damaged. So if a lady is living with that high stress, she's definitely going to be affecting her immune system big time. So there are a lot of things in our life. See, our body is a response and how we experience in the world. Okay, so energy of our body is like a best friend to us. If you give it good, it will get you back, right, with good thing. If you give it bad, it will come with bad thing. So thing is, life is all about how you take up. So every perception or whatever you take up in life, it's like everything is to yourself with your mind. It goes to your whole body experience. So now life is always needs a change. There's a pattern. You have to stay connected with the world, and you have to understand that how we see an old bread kept, you know uh, don't eat it for 3 days. What happens? You see that you'll catch a fungus, oxidation will happen, and this chemical processing which come on the bread in the sit, they're going to totally destroy the bread, right? And you can't eat that, right? Same thing is with the human body. Our body also today, if we are not giving it the right amount of nutrition or right amount of quality requirement, it is definitely going to be damaged. And definitely always remember to stay alive, because body is something which demands change. So you need to do that, right? Like how life demands change, that way your body also demands change. Now we are living in times where we don't really take our health as important, but after these crises, I think a lot of people have understood, and we need to understand why it is important. Because see, firstly, you need to understand your body parts. Your stomach, liver, heart, lungs, and your brains. Are vanishing in the air. Now, why I say that, these are replaced as they are being broken down. Now, for instance, if you see a skin, it is replaced every month. Okay, your stomach lining. Okay, where your leaky guts happen and all. That is every 5 days you're having a replacement. The liver every 6 weeks. Okay, and the skeleton of the human body every 3 months. So 98% of the human atoms are replaced and exchanged to new ones. Now this is something where every year a body is getting it replaced. So this is how God has created the human body. So one enzyme out of the millions reacts with your amino acids. Now human body after the age of 30, where you start getting wrinkles, you lose the tone and the freshness, your muscular body, your eyesight, so you feel your bones are not the same, your stamina endurance decline, blood pressure rises, and there are many biochemicals shift happening in the body. So what happens is to then the levels down. So the worrisome for doctors, a lot of people today, the cholesterol and is rising, and over that it kills more than any other you know diseases today. So the ultimate answer is to how you can control and switch and take your body under control levels, your inner intelligence, how you can basically upgrade yourself, how you can really learn how to take care of your health. So you should start seeing everything early, because your body gives you sounds, and it shows off indication that I need a certain replacement, or certain food, or some certain nutrition which you need to be giving them. If you don't give them, you're going to really see disaster. So to understand, I have created a presentation about what we are going to be talking about is about antioxidants today. So we have glutathione, but glutathione, to understand glutathione, the first thing you need to understand is antioxidants. The how antioxidants work. Now, antioxidant works in basically they work in numbers. They work basically in a circuit. Okay, they work in big numbers. Same thing is in a body. We have atoms. Now, in a body, there are electrons which are paired. Now, what happens whenever there is one missing electron in the circuit? What happens is it takes the replacement from the antioxidant. So when this antioxidant gives a replacement, so what happens to unpair and pair the electron, it basically loses its own electrons, right? So in that case, where will it get it from? It will get it from an antioxidant. So the antioxidant what we are drinking is it's a part of donation and part of the process of the human mechanism of your cells. So you need to understand very deep that your body needs to be paired and needs to be functioning, and all the time antioxidant can really balance your damages from the free radicals. So your free radicals are going to be either damaging it, or you can make your defense system by pairing it every time. Whenever you lose through electron, you can basically get it paired back, and you can donate it through your electron. So you need to have good amount of antioxidant to keep this function. So now if you take antioxidant, it's definitely going to donate your electrons wherever they get missing, because if this goes missing big time, your body is going to seriously see big damages at the cellular level, at your mechanism of the human health. So this is something what you need to understand, and you need to get yourself educated on. Now moving on, what is electrons, and to understand how it has affected your body, you need to understand what is oxidative stress. Now we all know, I've just given you a diagram down there which clearly shows a normal cell, and then you can see the oxidative stress. You can see how the cell with the oxidative stress turns completely black. Now what happens is the oxygen what we take, we're living in cities, we live in pollution, and a lot of people who you know like normal, like just talking about breathing today, for instance. Now you can see an healthy, stable molecule. It's in a proper circuit, right? But an unpaired, unstable molecule, you'll see one is missing. So it gets unstable. And this instability is not good, because what happens, these free radicals will be attacking your cell big time. Now to keep yourself protective, now because what is happening is it's an ongoing process. If we don't breathe, we will not survive, right? We need oxygen. So oxygen also comes in contact with the body's cells, electrons, and it's attacking in the process of the free radicals. So in this ongoing process, the human body on a daily basis has a growth, death of billions of cells every day. Now, these attack your molecule and get them unstable. Now, your cells get damaged, and get highly reactive chemicals. Now, this happens when you breathe, and what happens in this process, you also damage your DNA, and it leads to chronic health problems. Now, like if I keep a car out in an open garden, and I don't use it for 6 years, and I leave the country and I go out, and when I come back after 6 years, you will definitely find your car rusted, right? Now you don't expect your car to be repaired by itself. You will have to give your car back into a garage, and you'll have to get it done up. You need to get the whole thing replaced and everything. Same thing is with the human body. If your rust, your total deposits of your toxins, if it's not cleared, if it's not basically protected well, it is definitely going to be damaged, and it's not going to be repaired by itself. You can't leave it on its own, right? Because that would be really foolish of you, because you'll be the person who will pay the consequences. So to make it exciting in life, you need to understand that oxidative stress is something which none of the human beings can survive. So a lot of people are smart people and they tell me, "Arey, we don't need this." But guys, if you think you don't need oxygen, and you can't and you're not thinking, you're not going through this oxidative stress, then that means you need to look out what exactly are you missing in life. Now, what can cause free radicals? Now, there's air pollution. As I told you, we live in metropolitan cities. Like me, I stay in a city, Mumbai, which has high pollution. Same with Delhi, high polluted. And when you're breathing, you can automatically feel it becomes so difficult at breathing at times. So because of so much of pollution. And same thing as alcohol, cigarettes. These are something, and UV rays, radiation. Like if you're a pilot, you're flying up in the air, exposed to the sun majorly. You're going to have high amount of radiation exposure. So what is going to happen? You're going to be damaged So the thing is, your defense system gets destroyed, and this is where the high risk and 90 more major diseases can come in. So I'm I'm not telling you that things can happen. It's all about chances of life. You know, never know what can click in life and whatever can go wrong for you, like cancers, Alzheimer's, aging, immune damage, heart disease, and these are certain things which human body is experiencing very soon now. Now, to understand, we want to understand. You understood what oxidative stress is. You understood what is antioxidant, and you understood exactly how this can be taken care of. Now, to take care of it, we have essential antioxidant. And today, what I'm going to talk to you is about the master of antioxidant, the mother of antioxidant, the master key to your human health. Now, glutathione. Glutathione is something which our body produces when we are young. We have a nice amount of production happening. But today, with the kind of lifestyle we live in, the young kids may have a real amount of, they may deprive of the glutathione internally production of them, because human body normally produces by itself. So there are clear 1 lakh reviews of doctors on Google which talk about this master of antioxidant. This is one of the best antioxidant for the human health, and you can go and look out for yourself. Don't take my word for that. And this is something where so many doctors, peer reviews which are there online, we can give you a great feedback about how you can really take this glutathione. Now, glutathione, why it has been depriving young people and with old people, is simple, because what happens is today with the poor food lifestyle, high stress, high demand of commitments, radiation, exposure towards stress life, going in the garden, when you also go to play with your kids, when your kids get into exposure with grass, and the grass, whatever bacteria and chemicals are there, it comes into your hands, it gets into your body. So everything is getting exposed. So there is nothing that you cannot be exposed to. Even I can go on with this and talk to you about how much damages can happen. But the thing is, on the basics, if you need to understand, this is going to affect your metabolism, your DNA. So what happens many a times, a lot of people now, there is a claim and there is a lot of understanding. I was going on Google and I understood there are 70% of antioxidant and nutritions which are there in the market, which are synthetic. And this is one thing you need to really be sure of, what you're putting in your body, because your body is a complex place. So if by God, if you get a synthetic antioxidant and that goes into your body, so you need to understand that the synthetic antioxidant do not work in networks. They basically are single, and once they go and sit into the the circuit of your atom, they basically become a problem. Why? Because they can lead to cancer. There are a lot of studies on that. When the synthetic, because they are mimic, they are not sourced from the natural. So they come in synthetic form. So these are very bad for human health. So please educate yourself what you're putting into your body. And I'm just doing this on the basis of my own education and my own understanding. You can go and do your own research. Okay. Now the thing is, glutathione is an antioxidant which is involved. Okay. And through this process in your functioning of your health, you need to understand that you are going to face this on a daily basis. You're living in a life where your cells can get damaged, chronic problems are going to be occurring, major diabetic and heart diseases are going to be increasing. Solution is glutathione. Reducing of oxidative stress is important, because it can lead to major problem in the coming years for you now. So if you want to reduce your cell damage, and a lot of people, even with drinking alcohol, you can just go and study how much damage do you do to your entire system. So to improve your overall, your XYZ liver, your kidney, your brain, your overall functioning, glutathione is one of the most spoken and the most best nutrition which is available for you. And they have come in with a network, and they come into your good health. So we have a product for you for that. And the good news is called Triotein. And Triotein is one of the finest product of our company, NHT Global. And this is something where you need to understand that we have whey protein isolate, we have L-glutamine, L-glycine, and L-cysteine, and vitamin D3. So this is the formulation of Triotein, and why it is different, and why it is a combination with the best 3 amino acids, which is the building block of human health. And if this is taken on a daily basis with the best combination and the best ingredient combination by Dr. Ben, this is something which is really formulated with the best of its understanding, and it's very safe and it's organically sourced. So you can definitely be sure when you take this, it's 100% good for your health. Now, to understand whey protein, we need to understand what kind of whey we are having in the market. Now, to understand whey protein, 90%, a lot of proteins come in with the claim of isolate air, and goes through a lot of extra filtration. Now, I'm not damaging any company or something. I'm just talking about your own personal research. When you take a whey protein, you should know that because if you're taking it from a cow's milk, which is being for more production of milk, they put in more bacteria, and what happens is that you get more harmful bacteria into those Proteins. So they have high pasteurization because they're not grass fed. So if they are also, they have a combination of food and with pesticides, and like they're injected with all these high doses to get more milk out of them. So it becomes commercialized, because whenever there is business, people will think about getting more production of milk. So that is where these bacteria can really damage you, and you need to really be sure that what you're picking up is really being sourced from organic cows, because organic cows are not very fat and not very big, and they're very thin and they're grass fed. So you have to be very sure that the sourcing is 100% into the GMP, good manufacturing practice, and it's really coming through the right source. Because a lot of people out over here are just here to make money. They're not here to care for your health, because for them, they don't know you in person. They just know that they need to have the bank balance counting. Now, the second thing is the worst protein, I say, and this is based out of my experience, because I personally consume soya protein as, and I find this is like a deadly chemical, and it's something which will modify genetically for a woman. And if you see the estrogenic, it can really be affected to the hormonal. It can imbalance it, and there are major problems with women after high consumption of soya. So you need to really research yourself. If you're having soya protein, you really need to know that this can really damage you in big time. But do your own studies, do your own research, because there is a lot of data available when people today are finding, after a long period of time when they've had a consumption of soya, they have seen this thing going. And for the males, it's not good. It really affects your sexual health. So you really need to see that if you can really stay away from maximum of soya protein, it will be best for you in your interest. NHT Global. Now, why NHT Global is the best in the whey protein? Because the formulation of NHT Global is from the organically sourced cows, which are thin, grass-fed. They are organically taken care. You need to place the order well in advance, 3 years, and you need to give them, because what happens, these are non-injected, these are non-antibiotic, they are not hormones, and they're not basically soya. So it's 100% free from all harmful chemicals. They structure the best protein for your human health without any pasteurized process, and no pesticides ever been used. So you can be trusted this brand in the world. That's why this is one of the best building block for human health. And this is something where you can build your billion cells, and they can defend, because they will get the good nutrition what is required. So guys, it's a good news, and you can really take in with the best nutrition what we have. And L-glutamine. Now this is something is very important, guys. And L-glutamine is an essential amino acid for any sports person who's watching me out, for every person who really wants to restore his muscles, his endurance. And what happens, a lot of people, when you do extra workout or you take too much of high consumption of protein, you should always keep everything moderate, and it is very important that you should not do anything extra and over. What happens if you take 5 times protein, or you're taking too much of protein and you're missing out on other intake? It's going to affect your whole body, because it will damage it further. So guys, you should definitely limit yourself to 2 times, and 3 times is max, I guess, if you're a big workout person. Even working too much, working 1 time in the morning, working out in the night, getting yourself too exert, don't give your muscles for recovery. You're going to damage it. So guys, glutamine is something which is an essential amino acid, which is very good, because it really helps your body to restore and maintain and do your body recovery, and maintains your muscles. And it's really a best building block as a protein. And this is something, this glutamine is produced in the muscles and it's distributed. So it really breaks down the food well into, and puts a nice process into the blood organs. So this is really working on your tissue levels. This is really something which works on your gut. So your gut is your second brain of human health. So if you see a digestive tract, a lot of people, then after they leave workouts, and then they take these proteins, and they found that they get bloated, and because they have done too much and they have put too much of sugar into their body. Because what happens when protein given too much to the body, if it's not when the supply, when the requirement of the body is done, then it converts into sugar, and that sugar becomes fats, and you know what can happen after that. So that really increases more damage then. So the thing is to keep yourself well functioning. You want to keep yourself from insomnia. I would recommend this amino acid. Really helps you a lot on weight loss, anxiety. A lot of people with weight loss who cannot want to restore and want to keep themselves from not getting into further losing up weight. This glutamine is something very nice, because it restores your muscles and it protects you from losing up the further weight. So this is something which is coming for your overall skin. So I really claim that this could be one of the best for your skin growth, for your skin clarity. It's very good as a person who really cares for his skin, for his muscles, endurance, nutrition, sports, boxer, runner, athlete. This glutamine is the best for person. So this is one of the building block amino acids for your essential health. The second is L-glycine, which helps you to protect your kidney. your harmful side effects from your liver and alcohol effects. So today we know there's a big number of and the number can go on. So the high consumption, so you can know what's happening. Your liver and other areas are going bad. Yeah. So this second amino acids really takes and protects and creates a defense system that doesn't go further damage. So good sleep, tiredness. A lot of people go into fatigue, and people have this, lethargic because of these, lifestyle we live in today. So this amino acid is essential component for your biological molecule, and it's something which is really good and majorly for your neurotransmitters to keep your circuits really functioning, your brain stem, your overall, pains and everything which go through. This is something which really functions on the inflammatory part of it. So this is something which is mollidated, and it's a great substance for your health. So it's really is one of the best help in fat loss. It's something again further for your muscles and everything. So glycine also, there are studies you can go and do your research, has shown that it really helps with not getting affected with heart attacks. So that's something which you need to go and look out and see. So this is what are the L-glycine amino acids benefits. The third is L-cysteine. So if you see, this is the most important, and this is the best variety, and this is something which is the best for your healthy living lifestyle. So the most powerful antioxidant in our body is glutathione, right? So this amino acids, which is helping your chronic oxygen respiratory conditions, and it really is good in fertility. It's good with your brain health. So because your brain also needs to function, and a lot of people today going into these major diseases, like because of the sleep imbalance and not getting the amount of sleep and too much of stress lifestyle, you build up a lot of, people end up in major chronic disorders. And you can see today a lot of people are going through Alzheimer's, Parkinson's is just increasing, yeah, because just because the kind of lifestyle, food, and the environment we live in. So this amino acid is something very good for your hair. It really works on your follicle. It's really a nice protein which can really help you. It's like a keratin. It's better than any of the formulation for your. This amino acid is something which is structuring to your health, help you build more stronger and keep all your internal and all your parts protected, and it can really restore them into their strength and in the right way. So these three amino acids are the real building block of human health, and people have gone and made a lot of studies on this. So I can go and talk a lot about it, but I'm just giving you the basics so that you can understand and you can put this message to your prospects. Now, vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is something today. So, anyways, we're not going exposing because lockdown. We are having a deficiency of vitamin D, and vitamin D is something which a lot of people, there's a lot of studies that we can talk a lot about, major part of vitamin D. So vitamin D, even the latest study, I was on CNN the other day, I was watching up a program, and I found a lot of people with the deficiency, the kids, especially the kids, when they have deficiency of vitamin D, there's major increase of, depression, and they have major suicidal sense, kind of kind of moods and mood swings and major disorders. So vitamin D is one of the essential for human health. So a lot of people don't understand. Even there's a lot of study based out of vitamin D, and vitamin D is something to regulate your calcium, your bone health, your phosphate, and it's a nutrient which is needed by your bones, your teeth, your muscles. So I tell you guys, this is something which is very important for kids also. It's very important. So this combination of amino acids and the vitamin D and the protein is essential for human health. So when we're talking about vitamin D3, if you go and study about it, it's something very good in endurance for sports, deliver 100% daily requirement, which was very, very important, guys. So this is something which you should be really putting into your health, because this supports your bone, your teeth, or your, it's something which is important. So it's always the best of the things for your bone health. So we have created a very good formulation, the kind of total composition. If you see that the L-glutamine and the L-glutamic acids is 2000 mg, and then you have L-glycine 1000 mg, and you have cysteine 500. So 3500 is completely one of the best. One scoop serves you in the best of its nutrition. So the key benefits for this is to the 9 gram of the N non-GMO protein, which is easily digestible. Even the people today who are, intolerant to, protein, and they can't take it. So the intolerance guys also can take it, because this is very easy on your digestion, because we are free from soya, any artificial antibiotic, and any hormone, any kind of artificial ingredients to this. So this is something which is very cleanest, and the intake is 100% requirement for your daily intake. So this is something which a lot of people can really take in. A lot of medical doctors have really loved the product after seeing the total ingredients, and a lot of people have preferred. So I would say that whatever you take, you always consult your doctor first, and then you start a new diet. So the key benefits is that this is lactose free. It helps you improve your immune function, provides antioxidant support, intercellular, your gut, your liver, your cognitive health, your concentration, everything. So this is something which is overall from head to toe, it's a complete combination of good health. So if you really want to do justice, this Triotein of NHT Global is the best for you. And what information I've shared to you, you can really share this to your distributors, because I think NHT Global has created one of the best formulation for Triotein. And I personally take this, and I really feel that after taking this two times, like one is in the morning and one is after my cycling. This is two times when I take it, I feel that my overall body and my health, my skin, my overall energy levels have really gone to the next level. And I'm really thankful that NHT Global has introduced such an incredible product for such a great country like India, and we can really take full advantage of it. So happy selling, and we'll meet soon. And I'm really happy to really make this presentation for all. God bless and take care. And I end the meeting. So bye, guys. Love from Team Eagles, and we all going to make this big time together. Bye bye. God bless. For any other clarity or some more further information, you can contact me or to the person who invited you for the presentation. God bless. Bye bye. Cheers.